New Orleans, Louisiana rap native BG sits down for his first Atlanta interview in over 13 years, sharing raw reflections on his life, music, and growth after his return. A powerful moment in Southern hip hop history. Let's tap in.
Atlanta's number one hip hop station, Hot 1079. It's Myasia Simone live on your Saturdays. And this Saturday is like no other because I've had the honor, and I'm having the honor, and I'm super honored to have a legend in the building all the way from New Orleans. Everybody knows him as BG, a.k.a. B Jizzle, a.k.a. Baby Gangsta. The original Hot Boy is in the studio right now. I get the first interview, first time in Atlanta in 13 years. How does that feel?
12 winters and 13 summers. It feel good, man. I love Atlanta, man. I used to live
winters.
Here like 07, 08. So, it's always been love in the A, man, since day one. But, yeah, it definitely feel good to be back in the city.
What was the first thing you did when you got out?
Oh, man, the first thing I did when I had to report to the halfway house. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I stopped and got me some chicken, and then I went and turned myself in.
Oh, man. Yeah. I hate it, but I love it at the same time because you're free now. Your energy is high. I can feel the positivity that is like pouring through your pores right now.
I appreciate it,
and I think you're in a good space. How were you mentally when you were incarcerated? Like, what helped you get through those days? Because I know it's not easy sitting in those walls and having to think for that long time.
Oh, man, I did a lot of reading. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of writing. My fans really, helped me get through it, man. I used to get a lot of letters, you know what I'm saying, from fans, all over the country, and even out the country. And that love that I used to get from people that I didn't even know, just sending me encouraging words and, telling me to keep my head up, telling me, that they was waiting on me. It just made me feel appreciated because for real, I thought it was over for me, you know what I'm saying? But, to get that love from the fans and just, have my family, riding with me, my kids and things like that, making me just, know they miss me and reminded me that they miss me, reminded me that they was waiting on me. That pretty much got me through because it definitely ain't no walk in the park.
See, God had a plan. He gave you a second chance. And so with that second chance, TYC, you really stood tall on Take Your Charge. Why is that so important? Because, it's a little different now. The times are different.
Tell me about it. But, I just... that's how I grew up, man, and I wouldn't have been able to look in the mirror, you know what I mean, and that meant more to me than anything, just being able to wake up, look in the mirror, and doing my time and my integrity doing it with me, you know what I'm saying? So, even though it hurt and I missed a lot, out of my kids' lives, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they ain't had to grow up being called the son of a snitch or, my mama could go in the hairdresser and hold her head up and walk the streets. And
with no issues.
Exactly.
Yeah, not looking over your shoulder.
Right.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have felt I just... trying to lessen the consequences on myself by taking another man away from his family. That's just not no man stuff to me.
Nah, that makes a lot of sense. With the justice system, it's crazy. It's confusing because there's just a lot that we see every day with just the culture, especially the black culture, having to deal with the court system and the judges. What's your take on the whole justice system as a whole?
I mean, it's designed to... it's designed to, you know what I mean, to just hold us back and, you know what I'm saying, to have single mothers out here and fatherless kids. It's just messed up in my eyes. It's crazy.
If you had to play a role, and I know you probably don't ever want to play that role, but if you had to tap into the justice system and take over, what department would you put your hand in to try to switch things around?
I know in the feds, the Congress, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just changing some of these laws.
The
man.
laws.
They got some draconian laws out here, man. They giving dudes more time, for drugs than they giving pedophiles, you know what I'm saying, for touching on their kids and, things of that nature. So I would change the laws, man, because, yeah, these mandatory minimums is crazy.
Yeah, and it's getting worse.
It's getting worse.
At this point, it's no mercy at all. They ain't holding back.
Nah, they not.
So you had Boosie hold you down. You had Tip.
That's a
baby.
fact.
Who am I missing?
Tracy, man. You know what I'm saying? My sister, slash manager, she really did every day with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about from the moment I walked through the door to...
This Tracy right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, she a real one, I can tell.
Till I came home. But, yeah, that's and, yeah, and my family, and like I say, my fans, man. Shout out to T.I., man. Shout out to Boosie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Stunner, man. They definitely came through for me in a major way, like every time I needed them. I mean, especially Tip, man. I remember it was a time where I called him and he was in Africa shooting a movie, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, what's up, man? Talk to me. Woo. And he told me what he was doing. I'm like, oh, man, I'm going to call you back. He like, nah, we could talk, man. So before the phone hung up, I was like, man, I need you, man, but I'm going to just call you back when you get back to the country. He like, nah, man, what you need, man? And I told him what I needed, and, the next morning, I had $5,000 on my books.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And he
that's
made
good.
this happen way from Africa, you know what I'm saying? But, that's just one example of just how real, you know what I'm saying, Ron
Your
kept it
circle
with me.
was. You didn't feel like you were alone during the day.
Nah, not at all.
Was there a significant special lady that held you down, like, during that time?
I mean, it was a couple of them, man. You know what I mean? They was in and out, man. You know what I mean? They was in and out. You know what I mean?
What advice could you give to someone who has a significant other while incarcerated? Because I know it might be difficult to work that out.
It is hard. I mean, everybody ain't built for it. You know what I'm saying? It take a special, type of woman to really hold a man down. While he in jail. You know what I'm saying? And if you got a significant other, and if they worthy of it, man, like, wrap your arms around them, man, and help them get through it, because they definitely need it. You know what I'm saying? It could be, you could lose your mind if you ain't mentally strong, and that lack of support, like it gets stressful. You end up doing stuff in there that you ain't got no business. Like, you could easily end up in because things that's going on the outside world affect you in there, and it just could be all bad, man. So if you got somebody in jail, man, love on them, man, hold them down.
So is there a lady now, though? Now that you're out, now that you're free, now that you're moving on up, is there somebody that's...
I mean, I'm saying,
you got a little
I care about, I got a little you know what I'm saying?
Well, we gonna keep that private, because look, they get a hold of her and it's over here.
That's a fact. That's most important, man. Like, keeping your relationship just out of the public, man, especially, in these days and times with social media and everybody having no opinion and things of that nature. Like, I be yearning for my privacy anyway. I come up in an era where... What's your sign?
I'm
a Virgo.
Oh yeah, you're private.
But I'm already, my life already open book, and you're a public figure, so you always under the microscope. But yeah, man, I think if you want your relationship to last, you gotta keep it out of the public, down. Man. Yeah.
Most people, while they're incarcerated, they go through a big transition. So, out of all that time, who did BG transition into? Who are you now?
I'm definitely not the same person that walked through that door, man, and that was my main thing. Just making sure that I was a better man coming out than I was before I went in. So really, I'm just somebody who, I'm just, I try to be the best father I could be, try to be the best artist I could be, man. I try to stay out the way of the BS, man, and just, live, man. Like, I'm just trying to live.
I love
man.
that for you. I love it. I mean, and it's showing, and this is my first time ever meeting you, but it's showing. I can feel the growth. I can feel the maturity. Right. And you even talked about reading a lot of books. So, what's one book you feel everybody on this earth should read?
Oh. On this earth,
everybody.
It was this one book I read by Dr. Joy DeGruy. It was called what the name of this book, man? Post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that sounds deep. Post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Wow.
Yeah, man, that book that was just different.
And I know we ain't gonna do a deep dive into that, but that already says enough. So that's something that I want to go look up because I'm really
look
big
it up.
in.
Not reading.
I don't read them. I just kind of listen to them.
Right.
Yeah.
The audio.
The
books.
audio.
I ain't get on that yet, but because I'm used to just having a physical book in my hand, right? So I don't know how that is to do the audio thing, but I'm gonna try it.
How has it been adjusting to the free world? Your loved ones, like. Has there been any PTSD? Has there been any awkward moments?
I'm still. It's a process, man. Like every day, I feel like it get better, and I'm getting more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because I was kind of institutionalized. When I came out, I was gone for a long time, but I'm getting better with time, man.
You have kids.
Yeah.
How many?
I have 4 and a stepson.
Now, like myself, I lost my father in 2009 to colon cancer. You unfortunately lost your father to murder at 12 years old.
Yeah.
So what does fatherhood mean to you?
It mean a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially with them boys. Like, you know that the woman can't, teach a man how to be a man. Right. Same way, a man can't teach a girl, how to be a woman, right? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it mean a lot, man, because growing up without a father, you could easily get caught up in the streets, man, you know what I mean? And, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really important, and then with you losing your father at such a young age, I do think that, it's good that you're hands-on and that you're showing
and
that
I
father.
had Big and Slim, too, though, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like they really... played a significant role in my life.
Because you were young. Hot boy young.
Yeah, I signed the Cash Money when I was, 13? Yeah,
that was you were 13?
Yeah, when I first signed, I was 13, yeah.
The game is not even like that anymore. They're not even really... Like, y'all came off as grown men at 13. Like, you would have thought y'all were 18, 19, 20.
Right. Now the stuff that we was rapping about, was grown up music. Like,
but were you living that life? Everything that you were rapping?
You don't put a little on it, you know what I'm saying? A little cut on it. But for the most part, I was off the post.
You feel like you grew up too fast?
Absolutely, yeah. I definitely... was robbed of the typical childhood, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was a man child.
What's something that you wish you could have done that you didn't do? Like, is it Disney World?
Exactly.
Is that that's what it is?
Yeah.
You didn't get a chance to...
Nah, when I was young, hell nah. I didn't get to do none of that, man. You know what I mean? Nah, not at all.
But man, you can still make it happen now.
Yeah, nah. I done been.
You been? Okay.
Yeah. I love to do, like, I'm just a happy-go-lucky person, right? So, behind closed doors, you'll see my image and see, listen to the music and figure it's just... But I'm really like a teddy bear behind closed doors, though, for real.
No, I could tell. I want to deep dive into these finances because, you've been around money your whole life. Cash money is dollar sign attached to it. When we think of Hot Boys, Cash Money, Chopper City, we just think about money and, like wanting to live that life and wanting to create financial stability for ourselves so that we can, do similar things. You talked about going to Miami to buy a condo. Now, what else are you investing into? Did you do that yet, or are you gonna?
I'm in the process of doing all that. I'm just getting my feet up under me right now. Man. Like I said,
taking
I
this
ain't been
slow.
out the halfway house a couple of months, maybe.
Really?
You know what I mean?
It's been
then
a
they
couple
had
months.
a gag order on me for like 4 months where I couldn't put no music out, couldn't drop no videos. Basically, it was trying to stop me from making a living, you know what I mean? But I ended up going to court and fighting it and got it behind me.
And you got it behind you. So now you can release music. Now you can move how you want.
Yeah, and I can run this bag up, man.
So say I got $2 million for you right now when you walk up out of this studio. What's the first thing you're going to do with it investment-wise?
Oh, man, I'm going to probably go... get some real estate. I might Yeah. I think I'll go get some real estate.
Real estate. First thing, I think that'll be smart too. All right, let's get into this music. So there was a bidding war at some point. I know Gucci offered $1 million when you came out. I don't know if he gave it to you. I know you're trying to figure out what you were gonna do, but you want to take things slow just so you don't end up in similar situations. What's your situation? You know, I know you said something about a distribution deal.
I'm betting on myself this time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanna, I wanted that creative control. I wanted to be independent. Like I wanted to eat more on the back end. You know what I mean? Because, when you be taking all that money up front, you know what I'm saying?
You still owe so much on the back.
Exactly. You liable to never see a check. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to take less up front and really invest in myself. You know what I'm saying? And just have the distribution. So, yeah.
You've had the best of both worlds. You signed early and now you're betting on yourself. What advice would you give to other artists, somebody who's coming up in the game? Like if they say, PG, what should I do? Should I sign or should I bet on myself?
What worked for me might not work for him, or what worked for him might not work for him. So it depends on your situation. You know what I mean? Like, you definitely, don't want to get tied up into, a situation where you probably can't even get out of, you know what I'm saying? So, it depends. It depends. It depends on who the artist is, who the person is, what the situation look like. It all depends.
Yeah. We talked about 17 albums, extensive catalog. What are your top 2 music goals right now?
My top 2 music goes like far as working with somebody or just
if you have any dream collaborations or you got a goal you want to meet, like okay, I want this song to, like, just any goals you have.
Yeah, of course I want a #1 record. I want a couple of more platinum plaques. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to be great, man. I just want to contribute to the culture. You know what I'm saying, and add on to my legacy. And when it's all said and done, when I decide to hang it up and ride off into the sunset, just be remembered as somebody who did it the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Dream collaborations. I see you got an OVO shirt on.
Nah, that's a Drizzy. You heard me? Yeah. I gotta get my Drake feature. That's first and foremost. And, who else, man? I'm a Lil Durk fan too.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm
you
saying?
haven't teamed up with Durk? No.
Yeah, nah.
Have y'all met before?
I ain't run across him yet.
Wow, well, we got to make that happen. I feel like it's accessible, but it has to be organic.
Yeah,
you can't
that's
just
a
be
fact.
you can't just get on the phone and be like,
I'm
hey.
old school, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if it ain't real, it ain't me. You know what I'm saying? So it gotta be organic. Yeah.
Now you've had a big journey. I mean, you got to work with, be around some of the greatest. I feel like you lived life so early. What was your favorite Cash Money memory?
Oh man, probably I ain't lying. Some of my happiest times was before the deal, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I had like 4 albums before we signed to Universal. You know what I mean? And before we got that $30 million deal with Universal, and we blew up like nationwide, and just started having all them big records and all the success, and just being all over the place, like. Because there's a lot that come with that success, man, and the money and everything that's attached to it. So I ain't gonna lie, some of my happiest times probably was before the deal, when it just was for the love of the music, man.
Yeah. Is that Hot Boys album dropping soon?
Yeah, we definitely me and Wayne talked about it. You know, me and Juve talked about it. Me and Juve actually. They been in the studio and did a lot of recording together. I got Wayne on my new album. I got another record that I just sent him the other day that he sending me back. We doing no official, Hot Boy reunion concert November 2nd at the Louisiana Fest. So we just gonna take it one step at a time, man, and let it happen organically.
And then as far as the No Limit Cash Money going on tour, like, what do you think about that? Because I know that's something that the fans have been wanting.
I think that would be big for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm definitely, not against it. Like, I got a lot of friends. Mia X is a really good friend of mine. Like, Fiend is a really good friend of mine. Mac is a, really, really good friend of mine. I don't know P like that, but I think that would be dope.
And then after Louisiana Fest, you got Super Bowl, and that's been one of the things where everybody's been talking about. Like, Wayne should have been a part of it, because we know if Wayne would have got on that, all of y'all would have been out, and I think that would have been huge. So we got to, hear and see how Juvie felt about it. But how does BG feel about that as a whole, that decision?
I mean, I think Shorty had worked his whole, career and his whole life for that moment. I mean, I definitely feel like, he deserved it. He got the catalog to back it up. Icon status, like, I mean, numbers don't lie, right? You know what I'm saying? He's a rock star, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's nobody you could pretty much mention in the same breath as him besides Jay, you know what I'm saying? When it come down to, music and the contributions that he made, to music. Like, I mean, it was one point where he single-handedly saved hip-hop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, that was a moment.
Like, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, and but I understand the politics too. You know what I mean?
Because Kendrick had a big year, and
but it's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely think he deserved it, but it is what it is.
Well, I think Louisiana Fest is going to be super big, because he was like slighted from that. I feel like the culture is really going to show up for that.
Oh, yeah, so, it's sold out in like 2 days.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to the most in that time with y'all all being together? Is it going to be everybody?
Yeah. It's going to be all us.
It's going to be everybody.
Yeah,
okay.
The whole gang. Yeah. It's going to be everybody. It's going to be... It's gonna be a movie, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited, like, to see. You know what I mean? Like the response, the feedback, like, because they've been asking for it for a long time, you know what I mean? And I think it was long overdue, man. Everybody then, did they reunions, and I think we, like,
it's
the
time.
last ones left that, had a real movement. And
say the best for last.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
So you've been pushing.
Be dope.
Yeah, it is, and you've been pushing a lot of records. You got, I know the main one you're pushing is Back in the Field with Birdman, and you've also been recording with Jacquees. You just been putting out, like, every time I look up on YouTube, it's a new song, new video.
Right.
So talk about that Back in the Field with Birdman, and then we'll get into the other music.
Oh man, me and Bird, we just came up with an idea of doing a quick mixtape together. So we did an album together called Suge and Pac, and this is like the first single, off that project, and yeah, man, and he asked me to be a part of the, him and Jacquees, they had did the Lost at C1 and the Lost at C2, so he asked me to be a part of the Lost at C3 with him and Jacquees. So me, him, and Ja had got in the studio and knocked the project out. So I just been trying to be consistent, and it's just work, man. I got a lot to talk about, a lot to say, a lot of catching up to do, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I was born to rap, man. So I just be in there just getting it.
Vibing. So what's next for BG? What are you pushing? What else are you working on? What can we expect? Like, what can we expect to see? Man, I know you taking it slow.
I got a couple of independent movies that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a little acting. I'm gonna do my autobiography.
What kind of role is BG playing?
Hey, I mean, the first two is gonna be, some typical, you know me, some hood rolls, you know what I'm saying? Something that I know I could attack and knock out easily. And then I might try to switch it up and tap into my drama side, you know what I'm saying? And see if you dig, if I really, really got it, you know what I'm saying? But I think I do, though.
Who's your, like, your top actors that or actresses that you would want to work with?
Damn, that's a good question, man. Probably like I know that's Denzel.
Denzel.
Like
it's
that.
not fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up there, but
it's up there.
Any
but
manifestation
you gotta think big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Denzel, man, that's a fact.
Well, we appreciate you so much.
Man,
the Falcons play the Saints
man.
tomorrow. You and Boosie will be at Opium tonight.
Facts.
You're going to kick it. You're only in Atlanta for, what, 48 hours? Tell everybody how they could tap in with you, keep in contact with you.
Man, hit me up. That's the fastest, quickest way on Instagram, man. New _.
You answer
BG
your DMs.
Hollywood. I ain't gonna lie, it be like a million of them in there. You hear me? But I be answering them. I ain't gonna lie, I be answering them.
And I want to present you with something because I think, you know, for you giving me the first interview ever in Atlanta, well, not ever in Atlanta, but just coming back after 13 years, this is something that I made, you know, for you stopping by.
That's
so
going
this
in
is
my
for
house.
you.
Like literally, that's going in my house.
Really?
On the wall immediately when I get back. That's a fact. I'm gonna put it in my studio.
Yeah, it's definitely your journey. You know, like a lot of familiar faces.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, wow. Now you put some real thought into that, some real creativity.
I had some help too, so
I love it. I love it, man.
But
you
yes.
about to make me shed a tear, man. Don't nobody do stuff like this for me, man. I appreciate it.
Well,
for
yeah,
real.
on behalf of Hot 1079 and my Asia Simone, we thank you for stopping by the show. So yeah, this is for you.
Oh yeah.
And then I got something else. So
my birthday
I come bearing gifts.
Hey,
So this is just it's a bottle. It's a black owned whiskey. I know it's
my
coming
new
together.
best friend. You hear me? Like for real. Nah, this dope. Oh yeah.
Green with whiskey. So
Yeah.
whenever
yeah.
you just feeling like you need a little hair on your
I
chest.
can't really drink right now. I'm still on paper, but it's going on my ball.
It's going on your
As
body.
soon as I get off paper, I'm gonna crack this joint open, and you heard me? I'm a definitely see what it's hitting for.
We got anything
That's
else?
a fact.
Let me see. I think we got something else.
Man, hold up.
Just
That's
something.
love right there, though. For real. That's a fact.
Let me see the front of that bottle.
Black on whiskey, baby. We gotta support our own, man.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's a fact. Keep the money in the community, man. For real.
And I don't know if you eat cupcakes, but that was just like a little icing on the top.
Do I? You know what I mean? I'm a man. Oh yeah, you got me together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So see you back the
that's
right way,
so
'cause I just
fact. You
appreciate
got me
you for
together.
sliding through Atlanta.
Man, I'm coming up here every time I come. You heard me? Nah, for real though.
Thank you.
I'm invited back.
Yes, you can always
so
come
when
back.
I come back, I can come kick it.
You got to request
You gonna
me.
let me co-host this
Yes.
with you or something? Let me co-host
Yeah, because
with you.
I'm on a night show too. So
All right.
Monday through Friday, hot at night. It's with me and Fly DC.
Nah, man, whatever you need me for, man, we're a phone call away. I'm here. I got you.
Oh,
You know
I
what I mean?
appreciate that.
It's all love, man. It's all love.
Y'all want
Thank
to
you.
get some?
All right.
Thank you.